Hello and welcome back to Civilization 6, the scenario section, which is Jadwiga's Legacy. One of the hardest and most grueling of the scenarios that I found, and I'm going to show you how to win using the blue team. So let's get this party started right now. So when you start the game, this is what you get, and I urge you to use the enter key to say yes to all those things. Otherwise, you move your settler somewhere where you don't want it to go. Now, I want the settler to go as north as possible, and that's how we're going to win this game. So we're going to have two cities, and they're going to be lateral with each other. And although the city-states haven't actually made cities yet, I'm not going to waste time, because we're going to be collecting 1 gold from all of our envoys indefinitely in the government section. So let's get our cities done as quickly as possible, because the barbarians won't waste any time trying to get our cities and close them down. So it's important to settle our stone, because we're going to be harvesting a lot of stone. Right, we haven't got a lot of stone there. We're going to be harvesting everything we can. So we're going to make encampments, we're going to make overlapping encampments, and we're also going to use medieval walls, and we're going to upgrade the walls as soon as possible. Right. Oh, that's our main city there. It's already level 7, and obviously it's not high enough to have an encampment. That's annoying. Okay, but we've got medieval walls. Now, in every game I've played, Gdansk always falls first, so we can't send it there. The other two cities down there, that's nice too, but what I'm going to do is probably run it between my two cities, because I want my troops to be able to move as quickly as possible. See, in my research section, I've actually chosen humanism because the options they give you are very, very limited. And in this game, you can't build wonders, which of course means you can't double your troop size. But if I create an archaeologist who will go out and find artifacts, they will help me as well. So here's the government monarchy. It's got an extra military slot. And basically, we're collecting everything we can. So go from the troops, general points, which is the encampment stuff, 1 gold from all the envoys, 2 gold from every trade. Fighting barbarians, that's very important to have that one. I'm going to run the trader between the cities because I need the troops to be able to get through the territory as quickly as possible. Okay, so the barbarians are starting to gather in number around Gdansk, which is the standard SOP, standard operational procedure. So I'm going to be harvesting as much as I can in my own territory, whilst at the same time moving my other troops into position ready to defend, because they will be coming this way. It will take a while to get through Gdansk, but they will get through, and that is what happens in this scenario. I mean, unless I can actually defend it, which I can't at the moment, it will fall. So we're just going to carry on as we do. Yeah, let's do this. Now, the blue team speciality is builders. So if we produce 1, you get 2, or military engineers, you produce 1, you get 2. The other teams, they have the same thing going with knights and stuff like that. So, of course, it's about expansion with the blue team. So that's what we're going to do. Now, you will find when you play this game that the turn blocking for bombardment is disabled. So you must prioritize troop movement over production, while checking for bombardment possibilities. Right, I'll stick it there in the lee of those 2 encampments. Crucial in defending it. Okay, so the settler's nearly ready, and I'll have to make sure that you can get across, or they can get across, right across over to where I need it to go, which is basically follow the first scout onto the island. And that's how we're going to win. But the window will only appear once in a blue moon, so to speak. We'll be able to get them over there, but I'm going to use the troops excessively in order to draw them out away from where I want the settler to go, because it's going to be going up with a scout or even on its own. Next up is a commercial hub. We need to generate as much gold as possible. So not only can we not produce wonders, but we cannot produce apostles with the Heathen Conversion capability. Right, so Gdansk has fallen, and now they'll be coming to us, and there's a yellow team have got a settler up there. That's not going to work out well, I can see that now. I mean, I might be able to get the settler after the barbarians have got it. Well, let's see how that develops. So we're building an aqueduct so we can get the trebuchet, which is the upgraded catapult, which is what you need. You need 2 of those for the Renaissance walls, which will give us the highest possible defense capabilities. Right, so we've got the settler, and now we'll send him to the island. Now, as you can see, the yellow team and the white team have both got settlers, and they're going to attempt to get as close as possible to Prague and Vienna.
Blast, build, battle.
Okay, so we can have the trebuchet now, but in order to do that we need a barracks, and in order to do that we need some money. So we're going to have to keep up with the amenities and also money.
You must not lose faith in humanity.
Okay, so we've got humanism, but we have to produce a campus in order to use it. So, and as you can see here, well, there's not a lot of choice really about what we can do with it. And what we've got at the moment is working. So all the settlers are neck and neck, the yellow team, the white team, and my team. But I'm going to go to the island, and they're going to settle up there. It's going to be very hard to settle up there with Gdansk gone, so good luck to that. I'm off to the island, my friends. Okay, so the white team have settled, and that's going to put the yellow team in a bit of a situation now, and then there's a good chance that that settler will become a barbarian settler. Now me, the yellow team and the white team are all in competition with each other, so, you know, I've got to play the game like that. Okay, so now we have the situation where we can bombard the enemies. Now, it's very important to get into the idea that the turn blocking thing is turned off, so it won't stop automatically if you have the ability to bombard and you don't take it. Okay, so it looks like the settler might be out of reach now, so I may have to leave that. Okay, so they're coming in, so I'm going to have to start deploying my troops to places where they can defend, basically the commercial complex and the entertainment complex. Excellent, so we've got to settle over to the island. Excellent, so we've successfully defended our cities from the barbarians. Now we settle here and get started straight away on something productive. Right, let's have a bank. And a harbour, so we can increase our trade routes, because if we get at the moment, we get gold from each trade route. So the more trade routes we have, the more gold. Yeah, so those guys I'm attacking now, they've actually got guns. Right, so I've got my eyes also on the settler, but also on that builder over there. So I'll try and get my men over there, try and retrieve it. Okay, I think we have a clear route to Prague now. Now, even though I've gone for mass production over something else that might be useful, you will find later that it isn't that useful after all. So the barbarian settler is now headed north towards Vilnius. I'm still going to go after the barbarian builder, although I might have to go round the city rather than across it.
Have you seen a non-map?
Oops, wrong direction. So we're going to get that builder. But that settler is out of reach. Okay, so we've got one more turn in mass production, and then we're going to go for siege tactics. That gives us the highest rank wall and the biggest defense capabilities.
People can have the Model T in any color.
So we are now producing winged hussars, which are very, very strong, and we're going to need them. Yes, so Renaissance Walls offers the highest protection you can have, and also gives you the highest amount of tourism that you can have, like culture, because we are in, well, a battle for supremacy against the barbarians, the red team, the yellow team, and the blue team. We're all racing together. Even though we're fighting together, we're actually racing against each other. Now, I'm very tempted to go for a privateer, but I'm probably going to have to go for something sensible, like a lighthouse. Excellent, so we've got a general and another 2 settlers. So now I can send the trader units over to the island, where they won't be interrupted by barbarians. The generals in this game is vastly different from the generals in a normal game, where you would be able to make them into additional troops. In this game, you use them for their passive abilities. And this is where the overlapping encampments come into their own. So the barbarians, where Gdansk used to be, just north of our position, the barbarians are still milling around there. Vilnius, which is the yellow team, they look like they've got it difficult over there, and so I'm just monitoring this other group, see where they go. Right, so we're at turn 38, and we've still got a little way to go, so which means we can create a lot more stuff. So we've got the winged hussars out now, and we're going to start decimating the barbarians. So, in order to build an archaeologist, we have to build a campus and a library and a university and all the rest of that stuff. And so we might as well get on with it now. And anything we build, we have to defend. Okay, so we need another campus at least. Now, it's very important to keep hold of what's happening with the gold situation. So now that we've got two winged hussars, we might be able to get the barbarian settler. And fortuitous enough, we've got ourselves a merchant. So that's a bit of gold and 2 envoys. Okay, so the campus goes straight to university, avoids library, that's good.
Not all who wander are lost.
Excellent. So the boat thing is not so much the thing, but the other thing is the what you get from fishing boats and extra gold, and that's what we need. Okay, so the island's looking good, and all the cities, even though they need amenities like crazy, which I'm going to have to provide very, very quickly, and hopefully hire some private dancers. Small joke there. Sometimes it's really difficult to know what to have, but I think in this case I'm going to need a builder, really. I think that's what I need to get, a builder. Yeah.
Colonialism.
Okay, so we've gone for gunpowder over siege tactics, just on the small chance that we might be able to put out another city within range of that niter. There. So we've got 2 trebuchets on the way. And it now looks like the barbarians are finally heading towards me.
Being a mercenary, though, hey, we just go wherever there's a mixture of money.
So there's only 1 or 2 actual policies that might be useful to us, but at the moment we're just going to stick with what we've got. See, upgrades are not going to be any good because there's nothing to upgrade. Unless I produce a warrior and upgrade them all the way up to musketmen, I'm not going to be able to do that. So that's not going to be any use to me. But that one might be. Although I'd like to go for natural history straight away, I'm going to have to wait until I've got the campuses up and running. And I've got quite a few of those to do as well. Okay, sit back and enjoy the ride.
Man is a military animal.
Now, one of the tricks I've learned is, of course, the battering ram can be used as shield by melee units when they face off against much heavier units. So I have employed it before, and I may employ it again. Now, if you see the amount of barbarians that are south of me, you'll know then never to settle there, never to settle beyond that silver mine there, because they just appear there, well, periodically really, possibly every 10 or 15 turns. Yeah, now the barbarians are in trouble. So you can see, even with the two cities, you can defend it and still build stuff as well. Now that we've got the island going very well, everything's going rosy. Okay, so it's 4 turns remaining.
The lowest is the 3 great elements of
Okay, so we're not going to go for theocracy. We're going to stick with monarchy because it gives you housing for each level of wall. But it means policy change. If we see anything new we can use, we will use it. Okay, so it's 1 turn remaining. Let's look at the score. It looks good. 228. Yeah, I've got everything. I haven't got religion, but that's all right. I've got everything else. So that should mean I win. But I've looked at scores before, and they don't always mean that. So if we play this scenario, Jadwiga's Legacy, the primary objective is to get to that island as quickly as possible.
Don't judge someone until you've stood at his forge and worked with his hammer. From our humble beginnings ages ago, have you forged a civilization that has withstood time itself. Though countless civilizations rise and fall around us, we do not just survive, we prosper.
And there we have it, a victory for the blue team. Now we're going to try just one turn. Sometimes we do this and it runs on for about 5 turns. But if you do it this way, it goes on for a lot more turns. In fact, it went all the way up to turn 180 before I saved it. But that's another story. Right, so I'm going to carry on with this one. I'm going to speed it up and I'm going to let you see how it played out. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I shall see you all again soon. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Bye for now.
In diplomacy, there are 2 kinds of problems.